So tell me about your experience with Gabriel and his podcast and his show and all of that. Were you pretty shy to?
I'm a very shy person. Yes. If you found me in high school, doing like class presentations and stuff, I would stand up in front of the class with a very shy, timid, quiet voice, turning beet red and barely getting a few words out. Like I have always been very shy. It's only through the grace of God and Our Lady that I have found my voice. I've found more courage and strength. I think especially in my college years, like that love of God, like you just want to spread it. And so especially in college, like I would be up and down the halls, like being like, hey, come to adoration. Hey, come to, like anyone and everyone, because we're all called to love our Lord. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so I would get Protestants in the adoration chapel. I would get all these different people. I'd be like, come on. Like, just come. It's so exciting. It's so wonderful.
So different from what you used to be in high school, just that timid, quiet
exactly. Yeah.
person.
So transferring that to where I am now, especially a youth minister in Texas. Okay, back home, our youth ministry program was like 10, 20 kids. Here, I have like 200 kids. So you have to get used to speaking in front of them, you know? Like it's so different. So Gabe asking me to give talks in front of those 200 kids, that's kind of where it started of me getting more comfortable. It started with personal testimonies like on retreats and stuff, which is more easy, you know, talking about yourself and like your experience because you lived it so you can talk about it. Which transferred into like more current years, like talking about like the Catholic faith and about the Eucharist and Our Lady, which again are things I love and know. So it's more easy to share, but you need to share it well so that you're doing it justice, you know?
Yes.
And then with video productions and stuff, I'm just always his assistant. So whatever he needs. So especially those first 2 years, you need a light, you need this or that. Like I'll go around and just move things and simple things, you know, like he can be very independent. So he likes to do things on his own. So, you know, plugging something in or something is more what I would do. And then as the years have developed with just the need, you know, people want more videos. People need more things. He started trusting me more with things. And I think through prayer and through trust in Our Lady, he's like, okay, Claire needs to have some part in this. And I think Our Lady prepared me for this too. I always grew up very creative. I loved art class. My sister will always tell you, like, my sister's the one who actually went to SCAD, an art school.
Okay.
And she was always like, Claire was actually more creative than me. Like, she should have went to art school. So I was always inclined to that. It's actually my mom's side of the family. My grandma went to art school as well.
Okay.
So very creative kind of side. And then I did the computer science thing. I did graphic design in high school and in college and stuff. So I've always been inclined, like, you know, Mary prepares you. And my spiritual director will always say this, pay attention to what God puts before you in your life, you know, because the certain skills, the certain people you meet, you're going to need them later in life. Like God is giving those tools to you to help you later in life. And so thankfully I absorbed some of those things. And so then I was able to help Gabe with certain things. And then, in more recent years, he's like, you know, Claire, like, as a man, like I have a certain audience, but he's like, we need more of a woman audience. And so that kind of what started my YouTube channel this past summer, just through prayer and stuff. I started what's called the Catholic Rose.
Okay.
Which is a play on words of my middle name, which is Rose, and then Our Lady and the Rosary, because rosebuds have thorns, but they also are little like seeds of truth and hope and everything else that you get through the Rosary. And so that kind of opened my shell a lot, actually. Starting your own YouTube channel, and Gabe would let me borrow one of his cameras, and he's like, all right, there you go. I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, I got to figure out audio.
Get to work.
I got to figure out all this other stuff. So he would teach me some things, but he's more of the, like, push you along your way and, like, figure it out, you know, kind of thing, like, learn quick, which is good because that makes you learn a lot quicker. And so that's what I did.